Out they come, 3 men, 3 women, a few familiar faces there.
You spoke about the familiar faces. They've been around for the last few days. We saw Chauba Devi in the women's quadrant. We saw Akash in the doubles as well as in the men's quads. Here's the lineup for you. Maipak Devi is the captain. She's got alongside her Chauba Devi, Maitre and Holendra Singh. On the substitute bench, Akash sitting out today and Daina Devi. Nepal and India, neighbors, greeting each other on the net. Historically, very close ties between the two countries. And whenever the Indian team has played here at the Patlipurna Indoor Arena, we've seen vociferous support. Both teams in a huddle getting ready. Well, unlike the women's unit, India have not placed a ball in middle this time. The ISTAF Sepaktakraw World Cup 2025. It's being played in Patna, Bihar, with the support of the state government of Bihar, the Bihar State Sports Authority, and the Khel Vibhag of the Bihar government. That's Group B in the mixed quadrant event. Japan, Vietnam, Nepal and India.
Group A has Thailand, Malaysia, Sri Lanka and Myanmar, so there's a lot of quality. This version of the sport wasn't played in 2024 at the World Cup, as we have a quick look at Group A, as just mentioned. Wasn't played in 2024 because it was a men-only event then, so no opportunity to have mixed. It was played in 2022 in Daejeon. Japan and Vietnam got bronze, South Korea got silver, India got gold, so they are the defending champions.
Nepal is going to begin with the service, and it's going to be Roshan Tamang, who we saw during the men's quadrant event for Nepal. The loud roar indicates that India have won that point. Well, Dhruv, for the last 2 days, we've been seeing doubles. It feels like a while since we've seen quadrants, and now you feel that the ball has gone out and there's someone coming underneath it. We've got to get used to that again.
Well, we've been watching doubles and now we're seeing double. There is twice as many players on either side of the net and a lot less space. You're going to tend to find the men's players. You have to have 2 men and 2 women on court at any one time, so you've got 1 male and 1 female substitute, and the men are going to be the ones at the front trying to spike at the net because they're the taller ones. They can take advantage of it.
We've also got to get used to the fact that there'll be only 1 tekong generally, with a few changes. So for Nepal, it's Roshan Tamang.
Yes, you don't have to alternate. You don't have to run through all 8 players taking it in turns, one after the other, serving. So you choose whoever's serving. That one just landing inside the line. The net's the men's height, so 1.55 meters.
There was an opportunity for Nepal, but with that spike just hitting the net, India have moved ahead to 4-1.
Same format in terms of scoring, first of 15 and best of 3 sets.
For India, the Tekong is Maipak Devi, the captain as well. That save by Holendra Singh was fantastic. He was falling towards one side, outstretched his leg and managed to bring it up for his teammate.
1-5.
So 2 groups of 4 teams. The teams that finish first and second will make it through to the semi-finals. Top in Group A will play second in Group B and vice versa. India, Nepal, Japan, Vietnam. That's a high quality group, that is.
I'm out.
Nepal have called a timeout.
Thumbs up.
The crowd,
In.
that's been one of the heartening factors here in Patna. As I said, wonderful organization of the ISTAF Sepaktakraw World Cup 2025. Full credit to the Sepaktakraw Federation of India as well, led by Mr. Yogendra Dahiya,
1.
really doing his bit to grow the game in this country. As India get another point. Roshan Tamang once again. That's a good service. Very well done. The opposition couldn't quite lift it up. It was Maipak Devi, the Indian captain, tried to flick it with her right leg.
7-2.
Mistimed, that can be painful. If you mistime your spike and don't connect,
India running away with this one.
Wow.
Does seem awfully crowded out there after watching a day and a half of doubles. Substitution for Nepal. So obviously it's one of the men coming off and one of the men coming on. On comes number 2,
9.
Dipesh Yung, replacing Robin Bhattarai.
Holendra Singh just deceived by the lack of the pace on that one.
Three, 9.
Maite there for India. winning the point as they move to double figures. Something for the crowd to cheer after the disappointment earlier today with the two Indian defeats in the men's and women's doubles events. But now the men and women have teamed up, and I really am enjoying this new dynamic.
Interesting that Nepal have opted to have primarily a female striker. So you've got the two men in the backcourt for Nepal. Presumably decided that they're the better ball players who can keep a ball alive, and then trying to have the two-player block with the two female spikers.
There we have a point. Chandra Chaudhary executing that spike for Nepal. Well, just to talk about Roshan Tamang, we saw him during the quads event. He was their captain and the Tekong there as well.
India. Four.
It's the problem when you've got female strikers at the nets. They're not quite got the, unless they're incredibly tall, but they're less likely to be. They've not quite got the range there.
4-14.
As Tamang serves, India have got set point. Maite puts that out. It was an ideal opportunity, decided to go the other way with his flat foot, but put it wide.
Trying to do a little bit too much there, but I don't think Coach Hemraj will be too worried about that one, or about that service that goes into the net. So it's the men's coach, Hemraj, who's in charge of the mixed quadrant. That's three in a row, saved by Nepal. You can say that India are getting a little nervous here. Not nervous that they... No, there we go. Did actually go their way. And so the first set is taken by the home team, 15-6.
मिक्स्ड क्वाड्रेंट्स का पहला मुकाबला चल रहा है भारत और नेपाल के बीच, और भारत ने 1-0 से बढ़त ले ली है. ISTAF Sepaktakraw वर्ल्ड कप 2025 में ये आपको अलग मिश्रण नजर आएगा, क्योंकि ये मिक्स्ड क्वाड्रेंट इवेंट है जहां महिलाएं भी खेलेंगे मेन के साथ, और भारत ने 1-0 से बढ़त ले ली है पहले सेट में। ये उनका पहला मुकाबला है नेपाल के विरुद्ध। पहले सेट में बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से उन्होंने सेपाक टकराव खेली। एंड नाउ एज वी मूव इनटू द सेकंड सेट, we would hope to see a fight back from Nepal, but the number of people that you see on your screen, they want India to dominate and win it in straight sets.
What's interesting is that we're getting through the entire group stages in one afternoon. So 2 groups of 4 teams each, everyone plays everybody else, so all 4 teams are going to play 3 matches almost in a row. They'll have a 45-minute break more or less in between matches. So it could well be which team has the most stamina when it comes to the end of the day. They'll have a break overnight before the semi-finals and the final. But obviously you're going to have some matches around 7 o'clock and 7:45 this evening local time, so in around 2.5 hours time, when it's a quarter-final in all but name. Which team's going to finish second, which team's going to finish third in the group, which team's going to make it through to the semis, which team is out of the competition. So it's going to be a lot of looking at stamina and the depth in your squad. Which players do you bring on, which players do you rest, and when?
India. Look. Out by Nepal.
Meanwhile, India just made a change. Jaina Devi has come on to the park in the number 10 jersey.
By India.
Overall, India have had a tough day, of course, because they lost to Myanmar in the gold medal match of the women's squads, of the women's doubles, rather. And earlier in the day, we also saw India lose to Myanmar in the semi-final of the men's doubles. So the crowd would definitely want something more to cheer about. These are the group stages. They want their team to sail through towards the knockouts and clinch that gold medal. The women won the silver in the doubles. The men will get bronze in the doubles. And in the quads, both the men and women won the bronze. That was impressive work on his own, single-handedly. Maite, just the way he set it up for himself and finished it off.
Great point, great rally. Nepal very much playing their part in that as well. There was a great sunback spike by Chandra Chaudhary.
What a header, very well placed, lobbed just over the ring of the Indian players.
Tridangle with that. So the 2 attacking players for Nepal, as mentioned before, the female players. It's trying to have the men in the backcourt playing it around. We're seeing some great rallies. We really are. Tend to be India coming out on top of them, but Nepal giving almost as good as they're getting. It's making for a very entertaining match.
Very entertaining indeed, but Nepal would have to convert those opportunities. For a moment I felt this was going out, but he reached out and played that back.
It had already been played prior to that by his teammate Chandra Chaudhary, so he was forced into trying to keep it alive.
I'll be very honest, Drew, after 2 days of doubles, I'm really getting used to seeing 4 people on the court again.
It's crowded, isn't it? It looks very crowded. Nepal are going to make a substitution. And we're swapping the players who were in earlier. So back on comes Robin Bhattarai. Off goes Dipesh Jung.
Robin Bhattarai there in jersey number 11 was a part of the men's quadrant event as well for Nepal. India win that point thanks to that header, but there was some very good defensive work by Nepal. Quick reflexes.
Quadrant 3.
Good patience, good setup by India. Taking the full 3 touches, taking the time. And the set was absolutely perfect. And look at that for a spike. That's what you want to do when you roll spiking. Kick it onto the top of the tape and it fades on the other side.
Maite once again.
And then a sunback spike after that.
It was Maite once again. He's been the premium striker for India on the net.
9-3. Out by Nepal. Four, 9. By India.
Was an Indian point, but we could barely hear a cheer. A delayed reaction.
4.
Four players on either side of the net, so you think it should be easier to get the ball back, but it means there are 8 lower limbs, so there are a lot of legs being stretched out and getting in one another's way. And you've got to know who's going where, who's doing what.
India surging ahead, 2-12-4, inching closer. Akash there on the substitute bench. We saw a lot of emotions from him earlier when India lost in the semi-final of men's doubles. Maybe good for him to sit in on the bench actually. Right now, just rest out a little bit.
Nepal time out.
Sure, we'll be seeing Akash in the Regu, which is the traditional version of the sport. But prior to that, we're going to have a timeout called by Nepal.
Nepal in a huddle,
Hamza.
just as India are only 2 points away from sealing this game, this match. It's the first match of the mixed quadrant event here at the ISTAF Sepaktakraw World Cup 2025. Across the 4 days, there's been some fantastic action, and we continue. There's going to be mixed quadrants today, and we're also going to see the traditional form of the game over the next 2 days, called the Regu.
Nepal.
A point to Nepal just after the timeout.
Thirteen. 5. By India.
Nine match points for India.
By 14.
At the very least, the first of them coming on reception of service. So can they save set and spike? No, they can't. It's a tape service. That's the best way of saving a match point.
Very well done there by the Nepalese captain, Roshan Tamang.
14. 6.
There we go. India have won the first match of the mixed quadrant event here at the ISTAF Sepaktakraw World Cup. It was an easy win over their neighbours Nepal, and the winning moment. An attempted spike deep into the court, but it finds the net. Something for the crowd to cheer. It hasn't been an easy day for the hosts, with defeats in the doubles in both the men's and women's event. So here's the final score. India 2, Nepal 0. India won this 15-6, 15-6. The action continues, and I'm waiting for this. It's Thailand versus Malaysia in the mixed quadrant event.